gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some laughs. We're gonna have some cries. We're gonna have some toxic shit. We're gonna have some hype. So let's get it. First I got my boy. I got my boy Angel. Angel is pro right now. He's here, and we're gonna put him on the screen real quick. Angel, what's popping?
What's good? What's good?
How you doing today, bro?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm ready. I've been
Yeah.
told you I'm ready.
Okay. So, I just kind of just tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive in. Like, who is Angel? What does he do? Where does he come from? All that.
Um, I mean, where I'm from, Massachusetts. But pretty much, man, gamer, streamer. I love music, you know that.
You a musician too?
Um, and a father, man,
That's
father, man. So my
that's
kid's number one right now.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Why does your messages keep? I'm not sure what's going on. Why does it keep getting deleted? Hold on. I don't know. Maybe you put a long text. I don't know. It wasn't deleted by me. I think it's the bot. What's up? What's up, Dominicano? How you doing? Okay, so you said you're into music. What kind of music? Like, are you a musician? Like, what's up?
Rap. I mean, I like all. To be honest, I can listen to all kinds of music. Probably with the exception of country, if I had to pick one. But besides that, I listen to everything. What I make is I would say more on the R&B type, dancehall type. It depends.
Okay. I see
That's
people coming in the chat right now. What's up, my dads? What's up, Dominicano? Right now, we interviewing Angel is pro right now, and we talking about we just getting started. So y'all ain't missed nothing. But hold on, 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. I gotta get my fan because this shit is it's get hot. It gets hot. All right. So you into all types of music. So what's your I've heard some of your music. I heard a lot of your music. I'm actually a fan, and I know it's more on a Latin vibe, right?
right, right,
Yeah. Okay.
right.
So you stream full time. You do music. You're a father. Um, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So um, let's just get to the nitty and gritty. So, what kind of experience do you want to talk about on the show? What's your experience you've been through? Is it you been left or you left the situation? Like, let's let's dive in. Let's dissect.
Uh, well, I was left. So, but the reason why I think it hurt so much was because prior to this one was I was the one doing the leaving. So it's like
so,
when
so
the shit was flipped, that shit was trash
so it hits your ego a little bit.
for sure, and it
Okay.
hurt.
Okay, so what was this? Was this just a regular chick? Was this a girlfriend? Was this a wife? What type of person was this to you?
My wife,
Oh
I was
wow,
married for 8 years, bro.
you was what?
I was married for eight
Oh my
years.
gosh, yo, let's give it
You
up
already
to
know what's
Angel,
up.
man. He was married for 8 fucking years, yo. Jeez.
It's a long time. We was together since high school too, so
One time for Angel holding it down, for giving it 8 years in the marriage. All right, so you was married for 8 years. So I noticed before you said you was left. So before we get to that, let's talk about what was those 8 years like. What was the beginning like? Why did you get married? Like what was the process going through that time? Like what was going through your mind to be married and go and wanted to get married for the people that probably want to get married now.
uh I mean, I really cared about her, obviously. That's the only reason I got married is because I wanted to, not because she wanted to.
Okay.
But since high school, man, so what, 21, 22. So we got married kind of young. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't really say it was a mistake, but I learned a lot from it. Good and bad, good and bad. But of course, in the beginning, everything is great. But
Everything's great.
towards the end, it was is when stuff got interesting and it just fell apart, yo.
So I always ask these kind of questions because you know like growing up we see marriages and we say yo they supposed to last forever. So
Right.
normally when a marriage ends or something happens, it's it's normally the guy, right? So did you cheat? Like did you do any of those type of dirts? Like what happened that why this marriage just went up in shambles? What's up, Perp?
Uh, nah. Marriage, I don't play with that. Before marriage, I'll be 100, yeah. But during
Once you made
marriage,
that
nah.
commitment, that life commitment, nah.
Right,
Okay, I got
right.
you.
I don't. The way I was raised, I don't play with that. That's something that's serious for me. And marriage for me was supposed to be forever, but nah. She's, the reason why it ended, it's multiple things, but mainly because she stepped out, bro. She stepped out, and then not only that, wouldn't just be honest. Like I already knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here asking shit that I already know the answers to. Shit like that, and you just lying in my face, and it's just too much lying, too much lying. So got to a point where I ain't even. I mean, she didn't want to try either, but I was done trying. Like as far as like trying to say the marriage and all that stuff.
So
But she
hold up.
didn't.
She cheated on you.
Yeah,
Okay, and I presume you guys have kids together, right?
yeah. I have a son and a daughter. Yeah, I told you about my daughter though.
Yeah. We won't really touch on that unless you fail to, but so you was a loving husband, a loving father, and she stepped out on you. She cheated on you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know again I don't want to be biased about the situation, so I want to ask you because there'll be a lot of females saying, well, you must have did something for her to cheat on you, you know
Yeah.
so could you kind of speak more on that?
Yeah. Well, it was some the streaming stuff, man. The streaming, the gaming, just like your last show, man. Like it was very similar in ways because especially when Mixer first came out, I was trying the main focus was trying to get partnered. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
Mm-hmm.
find another source of income, which I eventually did do. It's just that I just never really had that support towards that. I guess it's a dream. So I mean, it's a bunch of things. No attention, she was saying, lack of attention, but the communication was never really there either. Communication is very important. I would say that we never really had the best communication, which is why I believe everything fell apart as well.
So in hindsight, you're telling me that you was married at this time, you was committed, you was also working a job, and you was going hard on Mixer,
Yeah.
trying to get well, I don't want to say trying to, working your way to get partnered, which you did, and you didn't have support of this female, which at that time can be hard. Your wife is not supporting you, and then due to all that, she still stepped out of the relationship and blamed you for it.
Yeah, lack of attention, she said. I didn't give her enough attention, is what she told me.
Mm. We gotta have a show on like holding women accountable, just like how they hold men accountable. I think we all human and we all make mistakes, but I feel like if someone steps out, they just as a person they should be holding themselves accountable to that, you know. So during this
I just
go ahead.
I just think that the fact that because I did change, I think that the fact that I felt like me changing should have played or should have mattered, but I,
Mm-hmm.
I think that she was so far done that it didn't matter. So I mean, it's so many factors, but I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I ain't make mistakes. Like I said, I didn't. I mean, I could take responsibility and say I didn't give her attention because I was so focused on something that I was trying to do because I knew I could do it. Like so it
and,
was
and, and
that.
when you say attention, right, because it's such a broad thing, right? So like when someone says I'm not giving them attention, it sounds like, oh, I just ignored that person and it was nothing. Like you could be focused on something and at the same time, like you're still there, but like not giving attention. What does that mean? What would Can you paint
Wasn't
that
there.
picture?
Yeah, I wasn't there. I wouldn't. Let's go out. I wouldn't go out. Let's go here with let's go out to eat with the kids. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't want to. So she wasn't. Like I said, I wasn't. I wasn't being the best husband and father around that time. But like I said, I did change, but in her eyes, it was just too late. Pretty much, it was like, "Ah, I don't care no more" type shit. Like, yeah, you did change. She did say she did notice it. She was like, yeah, you did change, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? She didn't care anymore because I understand women are different than us. Women are for a long time they could be thinking about leaving you, and then once they reach that hump of, oh, I don't give a fuck anymore. That's it. There's nothing you could say to bring them back. So I think she had already reached that point. Not saying that what she did was right because it's still wrong, but yeah, I
Hmm.
mean that's pretty much.
What's up, Deluxe? Okay, so Angel, I really want to get deep with you because I know you personally, so I really want to chop the elements down because you saying you wasn't there and you wasn't in the mind state of certain things, but can you explain what happened in the period of your life or the course of this marriage, why you wasn't mentally there? Because sometimes I only can speak for men, but sometimes we go through certain stuff in our life that we maybe not able to articulate, but it's for a moment. Like we have the weight of the world on us, and as you saying, you wanted to provide for your family because you felt like what you wasn't doing is enough. So that's a weight on itself. So can you tell me like what was going on in the course of your life? Like I want you to let these guys know like why was your mind, even though you've got cheated on, and you said you wasn't there. Why wasn't you there? What was the mind state? Where was your mind state?
I think to be honest with everything and how everything turned out, I think part of it was from early on. I think there's a little bit of resentment as far as like from the beginning of the relationship. Her and my mom could never get along. You know what I mean? And she never really tried to and it's not like you got to be best friends with my mom, but that's my mom. So it's like you can't even try and have a cordial relationship. And I'm talking about never. The entire time we were married, it was always stupid ass arguments and stuff like that. But not only that, so there's that. You're not trying to get along with my mom. For me, you know what I'm saying? To me, if you love somebody, you'll do shit for
For
them.
sure,
Now again, it's not
you're
like
married, so
right. But not only that, bro. Even before all that, it was like, because I used to make music when I was younger than what I am now.
mhm,
I was in a group, and it was
mhm.
shit like she'll get mad when I would have to go practice with the boys, because we did shows and stuff like that. And so like I said, I ended up getting kicked out of that group, so there was resentment from that too. It's like we were together so long to it's like I had that resentment from there with my with the group, and getting kicked out of the group. And then later on down when we get married, now you can't even get along with my mom, so there's that. And then it's I mean
Limes, thank you for
it's
that
like I
sub.
said, I
Thank
think it's
you.
more resentment from the
So
beginning
you
that
see
played a
you see when
factor.
you talk about resentment, and I kind of, you're explaining this story, and I'm kind of seeing a pattern where anything you do or you do outside of the relationship, as far as streaming music ventures, she doesn't seem very, that seemed to be the disconnect that she didn't like. Was that a
Right.
jealousy thing, or was that a competition thing? Was she doing stuff outside of relationship as far as goals and stuff like that? Like, where is this coming from? Because we got to get into the mind of your partner right now.
Yeah, I don't think she didn't have anything going on. That's the thing. I think the main thing around that time, like early on, I think she just wanted everything to be about her. She just wanted me to be for her. I don't know. Like I said, there was never support with the music. Anytime I had practice or we had shows, I mean, she never went to my shows. And I'm not trying to say
Damn.
I don't know. I'm not going to defend it, but she never went to my shows. But there was never support. Like I said, when we had practice, why you going to practice? Stay with me, or and I did because I cared about her, and like I said, it ultimately resulted in me getting kicked out the group. Which again, I loved music since forever, so it's like, damn, I done got kicked out the group now. You know what I'm saying? And just to be with you, and I don't know, it's like I said, just resentment with that, and then my mother, mainly my mother, man. Like I said, that's my mom,
Yeah, moms, you can't
and
disrespect moms, yo.
yeah, just never tried to have a relationship with my mom. So then,
That's definitely tough. So with all of this, right? So not supportive, you're working, you're providing, all of that stuff, and obviously there's a disconnect, and then
Right.
so that whole time, coming from your perspective, like, yo, I'm doing all these things and I'm not getting the support from home, which
Right.
I've experienced before, doing music, doing ventures, and then like, yo, you got shorty and she kind of like mad because she don't want you to get to a certain place because of her
Right.
own insecurities. But you doing all this, and then now she still steps out on you.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so I want you to get real deep with the viewers, bro. So you have two kids, right? So
Yep.
can we talk about the kids?
Of course.
All
Told
right.
you anything. Yeah.
So you have a son, you have a daughter.
Right.
Okay, so how old are they?
My daughter was. My son is 8. My daughter was 2. She passed away last year.
So you have a son, that's 8, and you had a daughter that's 2 that passed away.
Yep.
Definitely sorry to hear that. And this is from your ex-wife.
Yep.
So can you if you feel comfortable, can you elaborate on that situation? Like and you and your wife broke up when 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So
Yep.
what happened? What happened to your daughter, bro?
So they ruled it that she passed away from natural causes or some stupid shit like that, which I don't believe still. When when she passed away, she was in the care of her mother. um but what I later on found out, um was that the dude was actually in the house as well. Like the dude that she cheated on me with was in the house uh with her when my daughter passed away. So understanding this woman, because I was with her for such a long time, and understanding her mindset, it's like when when she's a good mom, when she's focused, she's a good mom. So like for my son, he would have any type of dumbass cold, anything. She would bring him to the ER just to give you like to get you guys to understand any little dumb shit, and that's money. ER is money as soon as you walk through that bitch. So it's like, why don't you just take him to the regular doctor? She would never do that. So to skip fast forward, I know that she was distracted with this guy because she did not. My daughter was sick since Thursday. She passed away Sunday, and she didn't take her to the ER. Now remember what I said. She was super paranoid any other time when we were together. Like, yo, ER, yo, ER for anything, ER. And so it's like, how do you expect me to not, number one, hate to just be mad because I understand this woman. Like I said, if she was with me, if we were still together, I mean, all I could do is wonder. But it's like I feel like she would still be here because we would have went to the ER. But being distracted and so focused on another individual, which is what it was, because like I said, I did everything. I got the police report. He was there when she passed away, so she was clearly distracted. And you know, I don't know what happened. Only she does. But I don't believe that she passed away from natural causes. Still, I don't. Like I said, I don't know.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Like I can't phantom that, bro. I can't. And whew, so man, I don't even know what to like, cause yo, it's like it's just so deep, and I'm picturing it in my head, and I'm feeling the pain, and I'm also feeling anger because not only did she step out on you, she was with the same dude after you guys were done, and neglecting her
Yeah,
daughter, you
both of
know,
them. Yep.
neglecting your son and your daughter, and
Yep.
so
Yep.
what, man, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even want to ask what type of, like, obviously you was, so did you hit depression at this point? Like, what's going on?
Oh, of course. You talking about when my daughter passed away?
Yeah, because all of this is happening. Like,
Yeah.
you lost all these activities. They're not years apart. They're like 6 months.
Right.
This is a huge transition from being married for 8 years, having a family. Wife steps out, still with the other dude. Then you lose your daughter, and then the other dude's there. Like
I could have left, and it wasn't even I was obviously, like I said, hurt because it really was the first time that I actually got left. So like, so there's that. So I was sad, of course, I was depressed and stuff, but the main thing for me was the fact that um when my daughter passed away, I'm thinking we're gonna come together, right? Because we weren't getting along. Like, mind you, she's the one that fucked up, and we still weren't getting along for whatever reason. Um, and when she passed away, we did not get closer. I thought that's what it was gonna be, and it was not. It was, I'm talking about, if anything, it got worse. Just trying to find ways to try and make my life miserable, whether it was using the kids as pawns, which, I mean, I've told you before, she would do that. It's like, yo, because there was nothing in paper, because I was for a whole year trying to save my marriage. I was trying to fix the shit, and she didn't want to. So I ended up moving out, obviously, move out, and I'm trying to see my kids and stuff like that. And there's times where she's like, yeah, you could come get them. And then there's days where she's like, nah, you can't, or no, you're not gonna see them, or whatever, right? And so I mean, it was very stressful. Um, but mainly because of that, because everything that she said she wasn't gonna do to me, she did. Like, literally, in the end, every single thing she said she wasn't, she did it.
so, fuck, man. So after your daughter passed and you go through all of this stuff, and they rule it. They don't rule it neglect. They rule it natural causes, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
She still stops you from seeing your son.
Yeah. Yep. It didn't get better after that. That's what that's what was so trash about it. I'm thinking, like I said, we lost a child together, yo. So I'm thinking instantly it's gonna be not this, like, not how it was before. I'm thinking, yo, can I get Alex? Yeah, come get him. You know what I mean? But no, everything was a control thing with her. It was so weird. Like, I still don't understand it. Even though now it's not, I'm not dealing with that no more. At that time, I'm like, yo, why is she even acting like this? Like, we just lost a child together, yo, and you're still telling me no, or I mean, the longest I ever went without seeing him before, at around that time, was like a month, and it's like I'm still calling and texting, like, and it's just a lot of stupid, like, a lot of bullshit, yo. Ignoring messages, everything. When like I said, I was with her a long time. She's the type of girl that was always on her phone. So I know you saw my message. Why are you trying to act like you didn't see my message? So it was just it was a tough time. It was a tough time around that around that year, because it was the complete opposite of what I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Again, I thought losing a child together would have brought us together, just to be the best co-parents as much as possible, be able to co-parent and just get along for him. It wasn't even about us. At that point, I didn't care no more. Like, I was done. I was cool with just trying to be the best the best parents that we could be for my son. That's it. And she wasn't trying to do that.
And now, so did she take you to court?
Yeah.
You wanna? So she took you to court for child support.
Yeah. Yep.
And
And
what
that's
else? What else did
well,
she take you for?
for all right. So I want to talk about that real quick. Is I just don't think that I feel like child support is for a man that's not trying to take care of his son, which is the complete opposite of me. I just want to say that real quick. So it's like, the
Backed up.
fact that she took me to court made me upset only because I was already giving her money. It's
Mhm.
just that it got to the point where I mean, and I'm again, it just felt like all she wanted was money at this point, like, because I was already giving you a solid amount, and it's like, I remember she told me that's not enough, and I'm like, "What you mean that's not enough?" Like, like I said, it went down from there because I ended up going to court for that, which is fine. I understand. End of the day, it is what it is. That's how the court system works, right? But I just didn't feel like I felt like we could have had a good enough relationship where we could have been like, came up with a decent, a number. If it wasn't enough, you could have gave me a number. We didn't have to go through the courts, but we did.
And now I again. So she took you to court for child support, and
Yeah.
she took you to court for something else. What did she
Oh,
take you?
well, alimony. She was trying to get alimony.
Can you explain to the viewers what alimony is?
I mean, the easiest way is like it's like child support for your spouse. It's like you would, I don't know how they actually calculate it, but it's a certain amount of money that your spouse will get for X amount of years. I forgot how they even determine that, but I think it goes based off of how long you've been together. So it could go from like I think like 2 to 5 years.
Yeah,
So it's like I was paying already X amount for my son, and it was a possibility I was gonna have to pay an extra. I don't know. Like I would have
yeah.
been broke, yo. Like she was trying to destroy me, yo.
Basically, you have it's wife support, it's child
Pretty
support, but
much.
ex-wife support, right?
Yeah.
Um, so let's just do a quick recap before we dive a little further. So you was married for 8 years to this person you thought was your queen at the time.
For sure.
During the relationship, she steps out on you. She cheats on you. She she leaves you for the guy she cheated you on you with, and she takes your two children that you guys have.
Right.
During that time, your daughter dies from neglect, right? Your daughter dies from neglect. Then she takes you to court for your son and tries to take you to court for alimony.
Yep.
And this is in the course of a year and a half of everything.
Yep. Well, the alimony was towards the very end, but yeah, everything else was it was very very close together, which is why it was very stressful, yo. Like the divorce, the whole separating was within a year. My daughter passes away a few months later, so it's like everything was just trash. The like it was just back to back bad shit happening. So it was very very bad. But obviously I'm not there no more. But um, around that time it was hard. It was hard because like I said, it was not being with a person that or being with a person so long, like for so many years, and then all of a sudden, which in my mind, in my mind it's all of a sudden, but I know it's not all of a sudden because like I said earlier, it's like when when a woman leaves you, she's been thinking about it for a while. So it's like I understood that part, but it's like at the time it's like what the fuck? Like you just gonna leave today?
Yeah.
But
So did you feel like did you feel that she like feels any resentment to you, because it seems like she's just mad, like that you owe her, or like I don't understand, like she's the one that did you dirty, but she seems very that she doesn't take anything for accountability at all.
yeah. Nah. Yeah, nah, I don't know what it is. I for when I still cared about her, it was when I was battling with that, was trying to figure out why she was acting the way she acts, but I don't care anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm.
We're finally like got officially divorced July 2nd, so it's like if it's
Fucking
different now.
congratulations to that, man. Jesus
So
Christ.
so
Jesus.
it definitely surprisingly it did feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I don't know why, but it's almost like the legality of everything was like just finally done. So I feel like I mean I felt like everything was over. It's like all the shit that she tried to do. I mean it didn't work, man. I feel like personally I feel like there was a plan. To be honest, I feel like because when I left, bro, I left. I had a house. I left her the house. Um, we had two cars. I kept mine. I let her keep hers. And I just
Yeah, that
I
is
did everything
dangerous,
right.
bro.
I, I did everything right. I felt like so it's like for me to do everything right, I give you the house car, whatever, and I just leave, and you still trying to like fuck with me, legit, like fuck with me, like you in a whole nother relationship around this time, and still worried about. I don't even know what she was worried about, but it was so weird. All the shit that I went through that I told you about.
So hold up,
Um,
you had a house, you had a car, you had two cars. So
yeah,
she had it all.
yeah, I gave her the house, bro. Look. So when I gave her the house, um, she wanted me to still pay, cause mind you, I had moved out, so she wanted me to still pay half, and I told her that's dead. I'm not doing that shit. So she lost the house. Okay, she lost the house. Mind you, around this time she's with Buddy already. Why isn't he helping you? That's not me no more.
Yeah.
And I remember when she tried to bring up, just trying to be manipulative and bring up my kids, and I told her, yo, I got a spot. I was like, you lose the house, they could come with me. At that time, I already had a spot. I'm like, yo, you lose the house, they could come be with me. You could figure out where you gonna go, but they'll be all right. So that didn't work no more. I didn't feel, because for a while I was stressing like, damn, if they lose the house, blah blah. But once I got my spot, it wasn't like that no more. So she couldn't really use that no more.
So how did all of this affect your mental balance, man? Like how are you not
I
like
was fucked up.
yeah, like because
I was.
during this time you're still streaming, you're still going to work, you're still like like could you explain like what was going your like your darkest thoughts, like what was happening?
When in the beginning when she told me she was gonna leave me, I tried for almost a whole year to fix it. I got to the point where I sold the Xbox, like I wasn't gonna stream no more. Um, so I had stopped streaming and all that stuff, and was really just trying to save the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I mean everything happens for a reason, but I regret doing that because um I shouldn't have to change who I am. Yeah, I did have to work on maybe balancing my time. Like I already said earlier in the beginning, I didn't really, I don't think I really balanced my time how I should have, as far as like as a father, and if I do want to stream, I could stream. I don't think that was really the issue. I think that just not really giving my kids the attention as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was definitely messed up. Like I said, I did stop streaming. I had applied for partner, I think like a few weeks before everything happened. So I didn't stream for like 3 months, but they were so backed up that it didn't matter. So I remember, like I said, I sold the Xbox. My son had his own though. So it got to a point where she was just still playing games, and I just say, you know what, fuck that. Like she don't know, you know what I'm saying? You keep playing, telling me you don't know. Everything was you don't know. It was never a yes or a no, which is fucked up too. So I got to a point where I just said fuck it too, and I got my son's Xbox. I remember around that time Fortnite was very popular. I mean, it's still popular, but it was super popular back then. And I streamed that morning, and I blew up. Like I blew up. Like I had probably like 300 the entire day, and the next day I got partnered. Cause remember I had applied for partner
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
few months before that. So
What's up, lady? We gonna get to you. We just we're finishing our angel. So man, like yo, bro, like this story is so I didn't know it was so complex, man. Like we could sit here and talk for hours. Like I've never heard, and especially a male, been done so dirty in my life. Like I don't even know how you still cool. Like I like, and I commend you because it's something that like people who are watching this can like look up to and be like, damn, like after being done by this type of person, the person you love, your enemy wouldn't even have done this to you, you know. Um, and I'm still like phantom. I'm like I'm just phantom by it. Like, how did you move on, man? Like, how did you? Are you moved on? Or do you need therapy? Like, there's a lot of stuff that you might be bottling up inside, and you just you just don't know, like, or you're avoiding, or you know, like I like, damn, man, like I'm mad. Like I'm mad. I'm sorry. I'm mad.
Nah, I mean, like I said, around that time, I was really messed up, man. It was, especially when I was living there. I'll give you even more. I'll give you even more. So, um, so, okay, so pretty much I was still living at the house. Still cared. I still cared, and I was doing Uber at the time. I was doing Uber. I didn't have the job that I have now, and I remember. Okay, so at that time, at this point in time, we established, okay, we not together. If it, okay, bet we not together. That's fine. I got you. But we not bringing nobody to the crib, me or you. We still have
Yeah,
the house, everything.
yeah.
So there's that. So I'm like, yo, you know, that's fine. You gonna do your thing, but don't bring nobody to my house.
So you guys are still
And
married at this time, but you guys are separated.
yeah, and I'm still staying with her and shit like that.
Oh, y'all still
Um,
staying together. You ain't staying with her. You
yeah,
still staying
yeah,
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's what I meant. We still staying together. Um, so anyways, bro. She plays so many games, bro. So many mind games, bro. That shit had me fucked up. She would make it seem like we're getting along. It'd be what sometimes up to a month, where she just, we're texting back and forth, and it seemed like we was cool. And anyway, so like I said, I was out. We had been texting the whole day, and then she asked me what time I was gonna come back. I was like, I don't know. I was like, if it's good, because downtown here you can make good money doing that shit. So I told her, I was like, maybe 12. I might do it till 12. Everything's been straight. She was like, all right, cool. So I ended up coming back like 10:30 instead because I was tired. I had been doing it the whole day. Bro, when I
Mm.
get there, there's no bullshit. When I get there, um, I my own door is locked. Mind you, we got a little passcode joint where you could do like a passcode and it unlocks the door. My
Mm-hmm.
shit don't even work. I'm like, what the fuck? My house. So
Yeah.
I start bang. I got mad. I start banging on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And she come and she opened the door and I'm like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Like, why is the door locked? She's like, you know how it is, feeding me bullshit. You know how I am. I get scared when I'm alone. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, bruh, you've been alone plenty of times. Don't come with that bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, bro, as I'm talking to her though, the dude, no bullshit, the dude come from the side of my house. No bullshit. From the side of my house, bro. Now,
Bruh, what are you
I'm,
telling me right now, man?
I told you. Now, I really don't know. Number one, I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to beat the shit out of both of them. I'm not even gonna lie. That's the only time where I ever felt that way with her. She brought that out of me. Um, but I didn't. I don't, bro. I was so hurt, right? I was so hurt that I couldn't even
So where was your kids?
upstairs. They was in the house. So she got Buddy in the house with my kids there and everything, bro.
And locked you outside the house.
Locked me out and then tried to feed me some bullshit.
Man, this is some deceitful shit, bro.
I mean, she's just an evil. She's just an
Sh-
evil,
She ain't evil.
evil,
She's
evil motherfucker.
Satan, bro.
I've called her that before. I have called her that
Holy
before. But
smokes.
yeah, so um, yeah. I mean, like I
At
said,
this
I was
point, I'm
I was
being Chris
bro.
Brown. Someone in the chat said, at this point, I'll be Chris Brown.
Hey man, like I said, it took a lot because I mean that's the only time I ever felt like I thought I was about to beat the shit out of her. Being
Ooh.
honest, and again, I don't condone that at all.
Big facts, perp. No cat. Like,
But
yo, yo, Angel, man, this is so deep, bro. Like, I commend you for being a man that you are, man, because you got some, like, they say about Marion. I don't know why it keeps deleting these messages. You know what they say about Marion? Like, he has such a high tolerance. Like,
unbothered shit.
yeah, you got such a high tolerance that you gonna be blessed. You gonna be blessed by God, bro, because this type of female that you got, yo, honestly, man, like, what is her story she's telling people? That's what I would like to know. What is her
She's
story?
still, I got you.
Like,
She was telling people that so remember I told you I left the house, right? So after that night that I told you about the story I just told you right now, when Buddy
yeah.
came outside, I knew I had to leave. Mind you, I had my older, like my OGs and stuff telling me like they're telling me this is gonna happen. They told me this months before. And I'm like, bro, nah, we getting along, because I still cared. Like, nah, we getting along. She ain't gonna do that, blah blah. Bro, everything they said that she was gonna do, she did it. Um, so yeah, after that happened, like I think not even the next day, maybe a few days later, I left, bro. I left, and and that's it. That's when I mean, I ended up finding my apartment a few months later, and
So where was your mother during all of this? You know, because you said you're close to your mother. Where was your mother during this?
she lives in this state. She lives here. I mean, she was.
So
I
she
don't
knew what
really
was going on, or did you keep
a little
that?
bit, a little bit. I didn't tell her too much because she already didn't like her, and my mom's not. My mom's
I don't think too
my
much
mom's
people
about
like
it.
her, yo. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I don't know how you could be so evil as a person. You had a man providing, you had a man taking care of his kids, and then you just like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's just I know there's two sides of a story, and but what you're saying is facts, like So like it's just I'm so glad you're out of that situation, and man, like I admire your your patience and your resistance to not act off of emotions,
yeah.
and I would advise you, bro, like, and this could be bad advice, but don't get married again, bro.
No, no, no. I'm not even
Fuck them hoes,
thinking.
man. That's what I say, like,
I'm
cause
definitely not thinking about that.
this is like the worst experience ever. Like, you
Let
been
me
through
tell
the
you what she was
bullshit.
saying. Let me tell you. So her story was, because remember I left the house. Her story was that I abandoned my kids and her. That's what she was telling people because my mom knows a good portion of people. A lot of people know my mom that know her as well. So they were telling my mom like, yo, she's over here telling, saying this about your son, stuff like that. And then my mom told me, I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? So it's like whoever doesn't know me, it's very easy to believe her lies and shit like that. But that's
Hmm.
far from the case. That's far from the case. I mean, if I don't leave that house, I probably end up going to jail because, like I said, that was the only thing I needed was, like I said, to catch her that one time with Buddy there. I was like, I'm just gonna leave because if I catch her again, I mean, it's not gonna be the same. The same. My response wasn't gonna be the same. Calm. I wasn't gonna be calm that second time.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? So, instead of putting myself in that situation, I just left. You know what I mean? I just left, and I mean, it's the best thing I did because it was a lot of mental being there for that year. It was a lot of like a lot of mental manipulation and just fucking with me and shit like that.
Hmm.
Just what is it called?
He sounds like
Giving
a
me hope,
Superman.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving me
But
hope. Like, yo,
what
she knew I still cared. So it's like,
what made you what made you still attracted to this person after you seen it all? Was it the feeling of you've committed so long? Was it the like what made you in a sense like, yo, I gotta get out of this situation? Like, what made you always want to go back and work it out? Because a couple of times during this whole segment, you kept saying like, yo, I was still trying to work it out even after this, even after this. Like, what made you keep persisting this type of person?
I think I don't know. I think it's just because even with the bullshit that she was doing, I still cared. I don't know why, but I still cared. So it's like this was all in the span of 1 year because I stayed there an extra year. Like I stayed at my house for an extra year, trying, still trying, even with all the bullshit. I don't know why. But when I reached that point where I was able to say fuck it and I'm leaving, I left. I left, but I did it the right way. I was like, yo, you know what? Fuck, I'll start over. You could keep the house. You know what I'm saying? You got my kids. You could keep the house. But then it goes from that. you give them an inch, they want to take a mile. It's like, nah, I don't want just the house. You know what I mean? I want this or I want that. You know what I mean? Or okay, you gave me the house, but I still want you to pay half, even though you don't live here. I'm like, fuck out of here. Like, the fuck I look like? No. And
Yeah,
that's when shit really started going bad too. It's like it's almost like every time she didn't get her way, that demon will come out on some real shit.
man.
Shit was trash. Like I said, man. Like I said, it was hard, man. But I'm good now. Like I told you before we even started, I'm in a very very different place. But that's why it's easy for me to talk about it.
Wanted way too
You know,
much. I don't, sorry guys. I don't know why it keeps deleting stuff in the chat for some reason. I gotta fix my bot. Um, yeah, someone in the chat was saying she was wanting way too much, bro.
yeah.
Like it sounds dreadful.
But yeah, but like I said, when I was ready to go, I did it the right way. I gave her the crib, and she kept her car, I kept mine, and it just was in her mind. It just was never enough. Just an evil individual. That's all. I mean,
Mad evil.
yeah.
Man, we should get her on the show and roast the shit out of her, yo. Nah, I'm
Nah,
playing.
I don't
We don't
ever
want.
want to
We
see
don't want.
that.
We don't
Like,
want. We
I'm
don't
I'm
want.
tight. I got to see her when I go pick up my son. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not
Yeah.
even like I just
He now has all my
let me.
respect. Big facts.
It's
Big
a,
facts, my dads.
it, it's just like it's like an energy thing, bro. Like no bullshit. Like she gives me like this. Let me give you an example. So I could be having the best day right now. Like I feel good right now. I'm talking to you, whatever. I could leave here and go pick up my son, and just if I see her, she gives me like this dark ass energy where I'm like what the fuck? Like I feel like it's a bad feeling, bro. It's like she has bad energy around her. That's the type of
Yeah.
feeling that she gives me, and I think she gives a lot of people. When,
So is
when
she still with that guy now, or is he out?
yeah, nah, she's still a buddy, bro.
Yeah. Uh, Perp says she shouldn't even have gave it a crib. She did the most.
I was just I was just ready to start over, bro. I didn't give a fuck.
But she
I
seemed
was
like she
done.
won't let you live. Like that don't even make any sense. So
Cause
I'm confused. Like I don't know. But
yeah.
again, fuck man, I don't even know.
That's definitely what it was, though. That's definitely what it felt like. I'm like, damn, bitch, like you got your own, like a whole nother relationship. Why you still fucking with me? That's really how I was thinking. Like I still think like that. Like,
Yeah. Yo, Amani, what's good? Like I don't know, man. Man, like yo, Angel, we gotta get one more person in here because I was supposed to make this an hour. But man, bro, we this the story you've told us needs to be. I'm glad you came on the platform and you told us, and it needs to be. I'm gonna put this shit up on YouTube because the world needs to see this. And before you leave, would you like, what would you give advice to the older you, the younger you? Like, what advice would you give yourself to prevent all of this type of?
pay attention to the red flags, man. I mean, everybody has, especially in the beginning of a relationship, they're gonna show you. They're gonna show you red flags. And for me, I just didn't pay attention. They were there. I just was like, fuck it. Maybe she's not really like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But she
what
was.
that that's
She
why I said
was.
that's why I said about one of my songs that I have coming out. I said the red flags be looking like roses.
Uh,
Cause we get
pay
that shit.
attention.
We see the red flags, but
Yeah.
our want or our desire for that person is
Yeah.
greater than the red flag. So we kind of, those red flags start looking like roses.
Yeah. That's
You
definitely what
know.
it was for sure.
So yeah,
Nah,
man,
man.
you yo, bro, you, like they say, you got big balls for coming on and sharing that, and I like how vulnerable you can be. I like how honest you can be. I like how modest you can be. I like all those things, man. And you don't only deserve the best, you're gonna get the best. And any woman that enters your life is a blessing. Is should be blessed. Should know she's blessed to have a guy like you. You feel me? So hopefully that doesn't make you jaded, which fuck, I'm jaded now from hearing all this shit. But yo, like again, like this story goes is gonna go out to people, and people are hearing it, so people can learn from this, and that's why I wanted to create this show for people to learn from other people's mistakes. And man, this one's deep, man. This one, like I said, like this one's so deep. This is probably the best one. Like this is so deep. Like I can't even I don't even know how to like deliver this because it's like you went through so much. Man, I
in such a
commend you. I
short
commend
span,
you for
right?
still being here, bro. Like mentally still being here.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say, bro. Like I said, not many people know, what I told you, but the people that I have to say the exact same shit, bro. Like I don't know how you did it, dog. I'm like, I don't know either, bro. I don't. I don't. I didn't do no counseling, nothing. I mean, any other person probably would have, been
I
really, really
still I
fucked up.
still suggest you you get counseling, you get therapy. I believe us as like the minority culture, we always kind of say, yo, therapy is weird, we down it, but I think therapy is really good because it allows you to release these inner demons or these things and let you talk through it, let you I think everybody should get therapy because again, maybe something in your childhood happened to you that made you attracted to that type of woman, and ignore those flags. You get what I'm saying? So it definitely goes deep, and unfortunately you lost a daughter out of it. So you definitely need, and you haven't. This is all in a short period of time. You haven't got time
Right.
to recover off of it. So
I just want people to know that, at least from my experience, because a lot of people, at least with the situation with catching her at the crib and stuff like that, it's like it's okay. I want people to know that it's okay to not or to be vulnerable, right? Or be so hurt to where you don't do nothing, bro. Like that's okay.
mhm.
Like I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying I didn't want to. I wanted to. It's almost like I couldn't. I was so hurt. You know what I'm saying? And coming to the house, to my house, and and then a dude coming out the side of the crib. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? My kids are upstairs. I'm like, yo, she's trying to die. Like that's what I said. I'm like, yo, you try, cause she knows me. Like, so it's like she was, man, it was bad. Like you testing me right now. But I just want people to know that it's okay to hurt to that point to where it's like you don't do nothing. I don't make you a bitch and none of that. You know what I mean? I feel like as men sometimes we feel like, oh, cause I ain't beat the shit out this man. Like I'm, he might think I'm a bitch. Fuck what he thinks, bro. Like
Big
that
facts.
time
Big
you was
facts.
hurt. That's the woman that at the time you was in love with, and you know what I'm saying? You was vulnerable. You was hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
that's it, bro.
It
That's it,
got it
bro.
got it got it never got nothing to do with the man.
That's
It's
just for
it's
some
it's
people,
it's,
right?
it's all it's all the woman. And at the end of the day, like I always say, don't let your ego get in the way because you end up in jail and she's still out here fucking the dude. You in the jail, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? So or you
Right.
kill that dude and she's fucking some new dude. So
Either way, we losing.
either way you lose. So I commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? So um man, I'm glad you moved on and you separated yourself from that and just keep your head on. Don't even, you
Already
know what I'm
know.
saying? You got a beautiful son out of it, so that's your blessing.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me, bro.
All right, so yo, make sure you guys follow Angel. Angel is pro. I'm gonna put his name in the chat right now. Make sure you guys follow him. He streams also. And yeah, we gonna get another guest in here right now. And yeah, we're gonna keep the show moving. Angel, glad to have you, bro. Jump in the chat.
Pre-
That they want to hear
Appreciate
from
you,
you.
bro. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, my G.
All right, bro.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll